There are a number of structures in the brain that have relatively small numbers of neurons. All the projection neurons in the structure produce the same neurotransmitter, and the structure is the main source for that neurotransmitter in the brain. And the neurons project extensively throughout the brain, each neuron synapsing on a very large number of target neurons. I'll be calling these structures general neurotransmitter distribution systems. Two examples are the locus coeruleus and the Rafe nuclei. These nuclei are located down in the brainstem, level with the cerebellum that you can see on the right. The locus coeruleus, for example, projects the neurotransmitter norepinephrine throughout the brain. The Rafe nuclei project serotonin. And a couple of other examples are the tuberomammillary nucleus in the hypothalamus that projects histamine, and even the midbrain dopamine neurons that, in addition to their role within the basal ganglia, project extensively all across the brain. These general distribution neurotransmitters often influence the frequency at which their target neurons produce outputs. So in the absence of the neurotransmitter, the activity of a neuron might look like this, with a series of spikes being produced. And if the neurotransmitter is present, the neuron firing pattern changes. So they appear to be exerting a general modulatory role on the brain as a whole. And there's reciprocal connectivity between all these general neurotransmitter distribution systems. So they are coordinating their activity in some way. They do seem to be performing some general regulatory functions. Regulation of sleep and wakefulness, the level of alertness, and also the regulation of memory. So in summary, there are some relatively small groups of neurons that project extensively throughout the brain and seem to be regulating the overall level of different types of brain activity.